New Year's resolutions. Let's talk about that for a second. Have you done your year end review? This is the time of the year where we tend to think about all the things we accomplished, didn't accomplish, if we achieved our New Year's resolution goals, did we even get them started, whatever it may be. And I know we tend to spend a lot more time on what we didn't get done rather than what we did get done for many reasons. And this is what I'm going to encourage you to do. Now, this is something ideally you do every month, every 2 months or so if you're working on objectives. If you're not, all good. But if you are, when you're looking at it more frequently, you could redirect if you need to. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times when we create these New Year's resolution goals, let's use weight loss as an example, since that's a specialty of mine. We have these weight loss goals. We say, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds. And that's your New Year's resolution goal. And you go balls to the wall and you go to whatever solution you thought would be the right one for you. It typically is very similar to everybody else, which is register the gym. Maybe you actually invested in a trainer for a little bit to get a program. And then you were like super excited. You went balls to the wall for like 2-3 weeks and then you fell off. Or maybe you were really, really sore, took a day or two to recover. That day or two became a week. That week became a month. And then it goes on and on and on and on. And then you end up not going back. And maybe you go back for the summer. And then by the summer, if you don't get the body you want, you've already given up. You've already decided that this is it. By July 1st, this is it. This is what I have to deal with. And you've given up for the year. I tell you this because I think we have all gone through that. I know myself, I've been through that many, many years when I was stuck in my slump for like 5 or 6 years. And I'll tell you this, when you're revisiting what you did not achieve, the part that we forget to do is to reassess why we didn't achieve it. And I know it's really hard. It really requires us to get real with ourselves, which is not something we want to do. A lot of times we want to avoid that. We brush things under the carpet, but it's so crazy because then we start pressing restart over and over again on the same type of solution that didn't work for us the first 11 times, right? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to get really real with yourself. Think, yes, your goal was, let's say, to lose that 30 pounds. What did you do to try to get there? Let's say it was registering to your gym and working with a trainer for a few weeks just to get a program going, and then it didn't happen. Okay. And let's just say you've done this a few years in a row, and it turns out that you can actually commit to going 5 days a week to the gym or whatever it is that the program required you to do. So you started really motivated, and then life got in the way, and your actual real life schedule takes over, and then you no longer can commit to that. And so you start skipping a workout here, skipping a workout there, not following the meal plan that was given or whatever. It didn't fit your life to begin with. Maybe it fits your goals, but to get to that goal, there are hundreds of ways to get there. And this is why it's really important to find out what it is that didn't work and then go redirect something that does work. And this is why I say do this every month or every 2 months, so that if what you're doing isn't working towards what you need to do for your goals, then you then shift and choose something else. Pick something else. Not too quickly. Give yourself a couple months. But if you're waiting till the end of the year to figure out that this didn't work for you and then you press the restart button on the same solution again, you are not going anywhere fast. So this is where I suggest, now that's the end of the year, let's just get real. This is what I want to do. This is what I did to get there. It didn't work. Let's see why it didn't work. Let's say why. In that case of the gym, and it's the same case for me, I can commit to go 5 days a week to the gym where I'm going to spend in and out, because by the time I get there, by the time I come back, by the time I do my work, and 2 hours of my days there to commit to this. And then I have to work on the meal plans. And then I have to also take care of my family and then the work. And then it's great if you can, but a lot of people cannot. So whatever the reason is behind that not working, you have to get real with yourself. Because it could be a list of things and a list of reasons why you couldn't do it. At the end of the day, they're all the excuses of not getting there, but those excuses are usually quite valid. They are real. They are the real reasons why you couldn't achieve it, but it requires you to be real with yourself as to why didn't you achieve it? Like, what part of that, like, what were the reasons why you didn't achieve it? And knowing that, let's say, time is restrictive for you or whatever it is, you can't leave the house for that long, 5 days a week when you've got school-age kids or whatever. Like, getting real with what the issues were, why you couldn't achieve that, use that as the criteria to find the next solution that will work for you. For me, that was what I had to do and get real with myself after 6 years of insisting on something having to work and didn't work for me. Is I had to get real, and it was very painful to get real because I had to get really, really deep into the whys I couldn't get it done, but then accept that those are my criterias. So what can I do? And sometimes, and in my case, it required me to get outside of my comfort zone and start doing things at home, which I didn't want to do, but I had to do it because everything else wasn't working. That traditional working out from the gym and eating very restricted just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't. So I had to get out of my comfort zone. And that's how I started this working out from home situation from the beginning, because it was the only way I can stay consistent, because this was something that could fit into my schedule. And I eventually did a hybrid between the gym and home, but most of it was done at home. But I had to get real. And getting real was very, very painful. It was. I'm not going to lie to you. It is very, very painful. But it's a necessary pain, because then you're going to find a solution that actually does work for you. So when you do that review, you do that now, you write things down, and then you think, whatever those reasons why you couldn't do it, that's your criteria. And start looking at what can be the potential solutions. Find yourself 3 options that could cater to all those criterias you have. Because those excuses are valid reasons, are your reasons of not being able to do it. So let's find something that's going to cater to that, that's going to fit your schedule. Does it mean it's going to be easy? Absolutely not. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But the goal is, don't set yourself up for failure getting into something you know won't work for you. It just doesn't fit your life. It doesn't fit your preference. It doesn't fit a lot of things. Although it fits the goal, it can't be the only reason. So it's hard as it is, this journey. So finding something that works with your criteria and your schedule is going to be crucial. Find convenience where you can, because the journey is a hard one. So on that, I encourage you to reflect on your year. Look at what didn't work. Use those as your criteria. Move forward. Find those options. You can message me in the comments here, DM me. We can have a conversation. I can direct you in the right direction. Maybe it's something I can help you with, whatever it is. If you're not sure how to tackle it, you can have a conversation. I love having these conversations. It gives me a lot of pleasure to help other people find their joy and find the solutions that work for them, whether that's with me or something else. It doesn't matter, because not one solution fits everybody. Everything works, but if it doesn't fit your schedule and your needs, it won't work, because you will not be able to commit 100%, and we need your commitment, right? So on that, think about that. I'd love to hear what your New Year's resolution was, and if you were able to get to it, and if you didn't, why? What was it? And let's start the conversation. But put in the comments, first of all, what was your New Year's resolution this past year, and what will it be this coming year? Do you have more than one? I'd love to hear it.